Hey friends, so we finally made it to the final installment of my Euro trip series. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm just like the laziest person in the entire world, but I promise to go more in real time going forward. But I wanted to tell the complete story, so we are at our last stop, Barcelona. And yes, I mainly went there because of the Cheetah Girls. So I decided to end my trip in Barcelona for a few reasons. One, my clothes smelled so bad from that washer machine. Two, I had a broken suitcase wheel, so one wheel broken renders all of them broken, so I was just dragging around 50 pounds of crap. Three, I had kind of looped around Europe and I wanted to see Eastern Europe, like Germany and Prague and stuff, but I had made such a good shape to go all the way back. I was like, next time. And another reason, I did a collaboration video with Express and they were sending $500 worth of clothes to my house. And I was like, yeah, I'll have the video up by June 12th. Well, it was like June 10th and I was still in Barcelona with no plane ticket home. So I was like, I better go home. So for all those reasons, I decided to end my trip there. But I ended up leaving my trip on such a high note. I had such a good time in Barcelona. I ended up extending my trip twice. I got there and I think I was staying till Wednesday. Then I was like, you know what, I'll stay till Saturday. Then I was like, you know what, I'll stay till the next Wednesday. So I was kind of like a long-term stay, and there was a lot of long-term people at my hostel, which I think really added to our like friendships. We felt more like roommates rather than people who were staying at the same hostel. Like I said, the people are what really made my trip. The hostel also organized dinners, outings, and basically there was just like a living room downstairs, so we would all just hang out there till like 4 a.m. most nights. So you really got to know people and it really just fostered really good relationships. Good morning from Barcelona. I have no clue what I'm doing today. I think I'm doing a walking tour at 2. It's now like noonish. I don't know where it is. Don't know what kind of sign they're gonna be holding, but I'm gonna attempt that. If not, I'll just walk around a little bit. I honestly don't know where I'm walking to right now, but I'll figure it out. So I'm just gonna explore today. Very social hostel and just very nice girls in my hostel, so we've already planned a night out. Last night, I didn't go out, but we were up till like 4 a.m. just talking, so I love stuff like that. It's really good to find people with like a good energy, and the people who I was hanging out with last night definitely had that. So now I'm just gonna hunt for food and kind of make my way towards the Gothic Quarter, which is where the tour starts. I thought it would start in the lobby because the hostel offers a free tour, so I was like, shouldn't it be right here? I don't know. So just make my way towards the city, but I am so hungry and everyone said the food here is amazing. So hopefully finding something local to eat and then exploring. Then I want to take a nap. I still need to book my flight home. I'm so bad at this stuff and procrastinating always bites me in the ass. So I got to do that too. So today is a little bit of a bust so far. I waited around for my tour and then couldn't find one. So essentially my person at my hostel never really told me enough information. She's like, oh, the thing doesn't start here, it'll start at the metro station on La Rambla. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, are they gonna have like a sign or something? She's like, yeah. And I should have questioned further, like, what color will this sign be? What will it say? But I didn't. And then, you know, there was no tours. No one with like an umbrella to be like, I have a tour going on in any of like the meeting spots. So I'm just gonna go tomorrow and actually like register through a website with the same company I did a tour with in Amsterdam, just to, you know, have my screen is getting so black right now, just to like guarantee I'll be on a tour. But that was just like annoying because had I just done that, I wouldn't have wasted my whole day. It's already 2 p.m. I have walked around a lot and I went to a market and stuff, but I'm like, you're wasting my time here. And I also picked this hostel because it had the free tour and all this stuff, none of which I've experienced yet. So I also just sat down at a restaurant and I literally sat there for 20 minutes and a million waiters walked by me and did not acknowledge me, so I just got up and left. So I think I'm gonna just explore my own for the rest of today. And then I do want to go back and nap, but I think I'm just gonna go to the cathedrals and stuff and just do it on my own right now, because don't rely on anyone else. Just do it yourself, because that was a bust. And then the next night I decided to go out and one of the organized outings, but only 3 of us ended up going because everyone else was too hungover from the night before. So 3 of us ended up going. It was me, Sim, and Derek had just gotten there. He still had no euros, so I paid for him that first night, and he did pay me back with interest in American dollars, so like it all worked out. And we met up with the sister hostel. So it was like the 3 of us and like the 20 guys from this hostel. And we went to a bar and it was a lot of fun. We went to that bar first, had a really good time. And the way they organize the outings, it's that you go to a bar and then a club every night. And I should have known to just always skip the club. I never have a good time at the club. But I was like, whatever, I'll go. Like, I'm trying to have fun. Because we were all having a really good time at the bar. We get to the club and just like all hell breaks loose. Like everyone just scatters. I'm like, where's the 30 people I came with? So I go to the bathroom, which is what, you know, you always do when you're awkward. And then I notice Sim, the only other girl like in the crew, I see her feet under one of the stalls and she's like, you know, puking. And I was like, of course the one person I like came with kind of is throwing up. So I like get her up, clean her off. I'm like, I'll get you a water. So I put her like somewhere, I'm like, stay here. There's like 1,000 people too and you have to like leave. Buy her a $10 water. Get back, she's gone. She's on the dance floor. Some guy is like making out with her. She is also like Weekend at Bernie's dead body. So I was like, these guys are scum. Like she has no, like she's literally like dead and you're like, let me prey on this woman. Like, oh, I was so mad. So I like get her back. I give her some water. And literally every time I turned my head or just like did not have my eyes on Sim for 1 second, a guy was making out with her. And she was like, I was like, Sim, do you know what's going on? She's like, no. And like, I was like, okay, we need to get you home. So I order an Uber and I'm getting in the front seat. Sim's like getting in the back seat and some gross guy who was in the bar crew with us slides in. I'm like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? He's like, I'm going home with you guys. And I was like, you are disgusting. And like, he's also like making out with her in the back seat. I'm like, you're disgusting. She's not consenting. You're a rapist. Like I was like going in on this guy. And then we get to the hostel. There is someone at the front desk. I'm like, this guy's not with us. So I went off in his face. I told the guy who was working the front desk. The guy at the front desk probably turned him away, but I was like, I can't stand men who do this. The next night we all did go out and I did go to a club even though I was like, I shouldn't. This ended up being a really good club, but I think I was just drunk enough to really enjoy myself here and so did everyone else. Like we all stayed together, all the girls, and we were all dancing. Also, there were $11 beers. So then I was like, I'm leaving. And then the next night, a couple of us decided to stay in and we had such a good time. We made our own sangria. So it was like kitchen sink sangria.
I'm just like throwing it away. I'm so sad.
Oh god.
Oh, George moving.
Something's tripping.
Did we just waste half our wine?
No. Now, what's your card?
Holy shit.
Whoa.
So we were all just pouring in any alcohol we had. So it was pretty gross, but it was fun. And again, we stayed up late, just talking and hanging out in the hostel. We spilled a little bit of the sangria, so we all took turns taking a straw and sipping it off the table, which is so gross. So gross, but kind of funny. Ooh, did we even use straws? We might have just licked it up. Yeah, we're gross. I'm about to get an Uber from the club to my hostel, and there's this guy who has not spoken a fucking word to me across the street, and I can guarantee you he's gonna try and hop in my Uber. No, honey, I know you think I'm fat. Not happening. All right, I'm leaving the club. I fucking hate clubs. I don't know why I keep going. People are coming near me. We keep doing bar and then clubs, and I keep going to the club, and it's always a bad idea, so I don't know why I keep going. There was like one other guy, an overly confident fatty just like myself, and we're like, we just want to dance. We're not here to get our dick sucked. We just want to dance. And we were dancing, we're having a great time, but like everyone else is trying to get their dick wet and it's just so annoying. And then you just feel really ugly, you know? Like guys would rather pick up a girl who's on her hands and knees puking on the floor than ever talk to me. And like I said, I'm not here to get my dick wet, but I'd still like to be considered. So I'm leaving, I'm abruptly leaving. When I hit a wall, I'm ready to go and I just bounce. Hey! I got an Uber if you want to come home. I just did Casa Batlló, which is one of the famous Gaudi houses. So Gaudi is a famous Spanish artist. I was gonna open up the picture. I took one of those touristy pictures. I paid 12 euros for this, but it's me in front of this mosaic thing. There's not an actual dragon up there, but I'm in that like mosaic kind of window. So I got one of those. It's like the only picture I have of me in Barcelona so far because we've just like going out every night, so I haven't done anything too touristy. So I did that. I had some paella, so I'm having a very Spanish day. I'm gonna go down to the beach, just check it out, maybe dip my feet in, and then maybe get some more food down there, then go back to the hostel, hang out for a little bit. I do need to shower. I'm kind of grimy, but you know, a nice little day. I try not to pack too much into my days now, and it's good to just do things lightly and just hang out. Like yesterday we had a really good day. We just kind of like walked around. We went to the church, but not packing too much things into a day, maybe like 1 or 2 things and then just hanging. So Barcelona is a little bit longer than most of the places I've ever been to. Most of the places I've been to this trip, so it's good. I have time to, you know, relax and stuff. My eyebrows look terrible. Hi friends, so it's my last full day in Barcelona. All of the nights have been late nights, but I'm pretty sure I had maybe 3 hours of sleep last night, so I don't know how I'm functioning. But you know, a shower makes everything better, so I just had a shower. Like I said, it's my last full day. I've had a long week here, so it's good. I wasn't packing too much into my days, so I've been like steadily sightseeing, so it's good. So today I think I'm just gonna go walk around the park a little bit, and then have some more paella. But other than that, you know, chill night. But then I have a full day tomorrow, so I'm not leaving till 11 p.m. tomorrow. I was warned many times, and even a lot of the people who worked at the hostel were like, you will get pickpocketed. Like, it is so rampant in Barcelona. So like, I was kind of hyper vigilant. Every time I left, I had my bag on my front with my hand over it. Like, I was really careful. And then on the second to last night, like 10 girls go out and 5 of them got robbed. And we were all on the dance floor in a dance circle, and that's where it was happening. And a lot of the girls had like the crossbody bags. So these guys are good and they work in teams because they'll grab it and then hand it off to the next guy, and like you don't even know what just happened. I did not get robbed, and I think the only reason I was saved is because I left like 5 minutes earlier to go to McDonald's. I get like weirdly jealous. No one was paying attention to me at the bars and clubs, so I'm like, I'm ugly, I'm leaving. So I left and to go eat my feelings at McDonald's with my roommate Susie, who was really cute, and she's Australian and she was the best. So we bounced to go to McDonald's, and we ended up running into Derek there. He also left the club. We all go back to the hostel, and like everyone pours in, tears streaming down their face, their wallets, their phones, everything is gone. Like, that is a nightmare to me because you're already in a place that's very unfamiliar to you, and then you don't have your phone, like, to even just tell your family what happened to you, and you don't have money. Like, that is the worst thing that can happen to you. You're so disadvantaged when you don't even have your phone, you know? But I was like, thank God that wasn't me. Thank God we left 5 minutes earlier to go to McDonald's. Being fat saves you sometimes. On my final day, I had gone out for a little bit. I went around and got paella every day. So good. And then I just hung out in the hostel until my flight. My flight was like at 11 p.m. So I was like, I'll leave the hostel at 8 p.m. But I was just hanging out, and the whole front of the hostel is a big window. So someone had come in, checked in, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna make a phone call. So he is literally, see those pillows? That's the distance between me and this guy. But there's just like a glass thing behind me. So I kind of look out and I'm watching him a couple times, and these 2 Australian guys are sitting next to me too. They're just like dicking around on their phone. And we noticed some guy approach the man outside, and then they get into a scuffle. And me and the 2 Australian guys were like, should we, like, we did this a few times, and then the guys are like beating each other up. So we're like, holy shit. So we bust out of there. It was like a movie. The guy is getting robbed. One of the pickpockets approached the guy. He saw he had a watch on, and they're so good. They will walk right up to you and go and rip the watch right off, like easy. But the guy's watch didn't come off that quick. So he started fighting the pickpocket. So they're like rolling around, beating each other up against cars. And then these other guys who happen to be on the corner with their cameras run towards them. So everyone just kind of convenes. The guy gets away, but the guys are like, we have pictures of the guy. I don't know if that helps. So it was just like a really eventful last hour I had in Barcelona. And then I had my flight going back to America, and I have never flown by myself before. Flying just in general, I try not to do. That's basically why I took a cruise ship to Europe in the first place. I've also taken a train from Los Angeles to New York. Like, I try to avoid flying as much as I can, but I was like, you know what? This is the only way home. Also, I'm just like so defeated in life that I was like, nothing scares me anymore. So I was like, you know, you gotta just bite the bullet. So I found a flight from Barcelona to New Jersey for $200 within like 4 days of it leaving, which, you know, is nearly impossible. But it had a layover, a 17-hour layover in Iceland. But I was like, it's Iceland. I get to go to Iceland now. I didn't change my clocks and we're in Iceland now. So I get on my bus and I'm like, it's 7:30, I'm ready to go. He's like, it's still 5:30. So I could have slept more, and obviously I need to. I had time to kill. So I went to the Blue Lagoon in Iceland, which was so cool. I've seen so many people do it. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me because it's pretty windy and we're in a pool, but this feels so good. I was already in here and all my mascara from yesterday was like down my face. So I had to go clean off a little bit. Got a stunt for the gram, you know. But they put that mask on you, or you can put it on yourself. So if you'll see, if you get spot any white faces, it's a silica mask, and I did it, felt really good. I have like literally 2 open sores on my face, so it was good to like do something for that. I've been good the whole Europe trip. In my last like 3 days, I broke out, so not so bad. So I'm gonna attempt to find someone to take some pictures of me. You know, I got some nice boobs, nice location, you know, so hopefully it works out. P.S. if I haven't mentioned, this is the thermal spa in Iceland. I've seen a lot of people go to Iceland and come here, so I was like, I have a long ass layover, so I was like, let me do something, get out of the airport, and this always looked really cool when other people did it, and I'm really digging it. As you saw in my cruise vlog, I love a good hot tub, so this is just like a giant natural hot tub. You know, I think it's worth it for a day trip kind of thing. And then I gotta leave for New Jersey tonight. I have not slept in 36 hours, so yeah. Like, I attempted an airport bench nap. No. I was trying so hard to get a good Instagram, you know, bringing my phone in a big lake thing, and I would have other people take it. Also, my bathing suit just like had lost elasticity kind of throughout my trip, so my boobs also, okay, like this is good coverage for my boobs. It was like down here, so my boobs were hanging out. So in all the pictures, it looks like my boobs are floating away from my body. It was also made more obvious because I had a sunburn here, then it was like white boobs, and then it was the bathing suit. So it was just like not good, but I'm very happy I went. So the flights weren't an issue, which I was really, really happy about. It, you know, gave me more confidence to do it in the future. So we've come to the end of my big, long Euro trip. It was 2 full months of travel, and a lot of it was unplanned. As you've seen, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. Let's go to Italy. Like, it was a lot of that. And I'm kind of happy I did it that way because it left room, like if I was having a good time somewhere, I would extend that. So it left room to do that. But I highly recommend doing something like this at least once in your life. I was very fortunate to have that time off from working. I had just lost my job before that, and I was like, you know what? This is the only time in my life I'm gonna have the time and the money to do this. And I'm kind of happy I did it in that just do it. I literally booked it the Friday and left on a Sunday because I feel like if I had time to think about it, I'd kind of psych myself out. So when you dive in, you just kind of have to roll with it. And if you want to start solo traveling, you don't have to do a 2-month-long Euro trip. My first ever solo trip was up to Montreal, and for like a long weekend, and I had the best time. So start with something small, go to like a city a couple hours away from you. But I highly recommend just trying it. There's nothing really scary about it. Like, eating alone isn't that scary. Exploring alone, you know, it's not that bad. So it's a really, really good thing to do for yourself. And I've been loving the comments from you guys that I'm inspiring you to travel, you know, that kind of stuff. So don't be afraid to try new things. So thank you for sticking with me through this whole long video and travel series. Again, I'm gonna try and be better about posting things in real time because this is literally like 9 months later, but I had such a good time, and now I'm really happy I have these to look back on. And when someone asks me about my trip, I could just be like, go to the YouTube playlist. I do have one final story that will come up in the next coming weeks about when I got kidnapped in Switzerland. Like, not clickbait, legit kidnapped. Clearly I lived, but that is the penultimate travel story from me, but that will come eventually. Again, I'm just pushing things off. I'm so lazy. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.